Hey there! I hope you're having an awesome day. So let's make it even better by learning how to draw anime styled or just stylized animals. It's quite simple really, and can add a lot of personality to your artworks. Now, the first thing you want to do is decide which style you want to go for. Stylized animals can have many different looks, so get inspiration from the style that appeals most to you. For example, if you want to mix in some anime characteristics, you study that style. Other examples can be Disney, pop art, or even chibi. For this video, we will go with anime styled animals, and I will be drawing a wolf. The first thing I'm gonna do is write down the characteristics. Anime is known for their big eyes, usually spiky and exaggerated hair, and most of the time things are drawn prettier, or let's say more perfect than they really are. They also leave out some of the details in the face and body parts. This tutorial is both suited for people who draw on paper and people who use digital software. I will be using ArtRage Pro. To keep it easy, we will only be drawing the head this time. If you are a beginner, you might want to practice drawing animal heads first, instead of starting with the whole body at once. This way you don't have to learn everything at once, but take it in steps. You also might want to add a picture of an actual wolf, or the animal you're drawing, in your canvas as well. Every stylized animal is based on the real thing, remember? When drawing the head sideways, like we are going to now, I used two shapes. When I was a beginner, this shape fixed my big forehead wolves. I was having a lot of problem with those. After I've drawn my basic shapes, I like to draw the snout second, so I can imagine the sizes of the basic head shapes. Since it's anime, you might want to consider keeping the head shape fairly normal, to prevent it from looking odd or funny to some people. Eyes will be sketched next. The size and the shape of the eyes is based on your personal preference. Cute characters have bigger eyes. Round shapes in the eyes can make it look friendlier. Pointy ends give it aggression. Treat the fur on the side like it's a haircut. It can come in different shapes. But keep in mind that it curves a little, and should somewhat align with the chin. When I was first starting out with drawing wolves, this was a common mistake of mine. Anime-styled ears for animals are usually pointy, and might even be bigger than the realistic version. You can draw them with or without the fur inside. It's up to you. Now, I don't know about you, but I love big fur, so I will draw some big tufts. If you are a beginner, you might want a guideline of the neck that will be erased later. Drawing the forehead like this instead of the realistic way gives that anime style we are going for. Or at least I am. It's all up to you if you want to include this as well. Drawing fur is really important to give your wolf that pretty look we all love from anime art. Let me give you some advice on this. Don't draw them too small. Adding too much detail might be overwhelming. Don't stick with the same pattern, and don't draw them in a constant line. Fur comes in tufts. Tufts can be big or small, and they never look the same. Practice different fur line arts to get better at drawing wolves. This part is hard to get right, but when you do, it makes your animal look fabulous. It might be helpful to draw different patterns on the side. This way you get used to it. Now that our basic sketch is done, I'm gonna add some final detail. This includes some extra fur lines, cleaner line art, and some bumpiness on the snout. You don't have to do this step, especially if you are new to drawing wolves. Once you feel comfortable drawing a wolf head, you can slowly start to add some more detail. Now, if you have watched this video up to this point, but still don't know how to start, allow me to make it more clear. First, you determine your style. Second, you collect pictures from them and write down or study the characteristics. The third step is to look up a reference of the animal you want to draw, the realistic version of it. The last step is to start practicing. The anatomy of your animal depends on how stylized you want it to be. For anime-style drawings, I recommend sticking with the basic head and body structures, such as the placement of the ears and the eyes. All of these steps are also for people who might want to draw stylized cats or other animals. It works for all of them. For people who are serious about getting better at stylized anatomy, I will make another tutorial in the future. Until then, I recommend making studies of the real animal first. And finally, please note that it's nearly impossible to draw a stylized animal the way you want on your first try, especially if you are a beginning artist. It took me years to find my own way of drawing stylized wolves, and I am not afraid to admit that. Keep practicing and experimenting to achieve your goals. I wish you the best of luck.